Hello, 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 everyone. Come on in. This is Katrina Major, and we are here for the Total Women's Summit that's going to be happening from March 31st to what day we have it?
March 31st through April the 4th.
Through April the 4th. We'd love for you to join us for that. We're going to have a whole bunch of different professional women talking about their professions. So that is to help you be able to decide what it is that you would like to do. And if you see us women that are doing something, because I'm going to be on there as well as, talking and speaking. So I just want to, I'm just so excited. And I do have with me today here Rose Fauntleroy, the the virtual sales genie. Am I saying that correct, Miss Rose?
Yeah.
Okay, okay, that sounds good.
You got it. You got it.
I do. That is so wonderful. So I'm just so excited about this, and I think you will be too. This is to give us information on how to survive and thrive in our business. What are you doing for your business today? What's going on, especially with COVID going on? A lot of people have lost their jobs. What are those ideas that you have that you would want to bring to fruition? Right? You've been thinking about it, but you have not even thought about how you're going to be able to go do this, right? So we're going to be talking about today 5 reasons your business need leads, right? Being a realtor as myself, this is a great, so I'll be taking notes myself while she's speaking about how to generate some leads, right? So by this, she is good at what she does. And so are the other women. They are professionals. They know their business. And so why not come and join us? Join us for this great event that we're going to have again from March 31st to April 4th at 8 p.m. Central Time. That'll be 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So let's get into this interview. Roy, I'm saying Rose. Um,
Yes.
yes, tell us about your business, what you doing, and what is this that you're talking about? 5 reasons you need business leads. So enlighten us, please.
Well, I mean, the lifeline and the lifeblood of a business, whether you're online or offline, is leads. Is the contacts that you generate, the people who are interested in what it is that you offer and how what you can offer them moves their business forward. And usually that's a 3 to 4 prong attack. You need to generate leads, you need automation, and you need sales because those two things move you and move your needle towards sales. But what is sales? Money, revenue. If you don't have any revenue coming into your business, do you really have a business?
Absolutely. No, you don't. So,
I mean, and that's why you need that. I'm the founder of the Virtual Sales Genie Marketing Agency. And what our team is a force behind the scenes in your business that helps you to meet your sales goals virtually via lead generation, which is locating customers for your niche, automation, setting up systems and software that leads to generating sales in your business. Now, do you know someone who needs that assistance? We specialize in entrepreneurs, nonprofits, for profits, authors, and small businesses. What does all that really mean? I mean, it means that without someone to talk to, I like to break things down very simply. Without someone to talk to generate sales in your business, well, you can't just pull that out of the air. It has to happen by a process. And you being a realtor, Katrina, I'm sure you know that if you didn't find people who were interested in buying homes or listing their homes, you wouldn't be in business.
absolutely. And it is, and I'm glad that you're talking about leads because of the fact is that, what do you do after you have, went through your sphere? of people, your family, your friends. Usually that's where your referrals come from. So now what? What happens after that, right? So you need to have leads and, prospects. And I'm glad you're talking about that, because if you don't have a prospect or you don't have a lead, how are you going to generate business? A lot of times people don't even know how to do a lead, right? What does that sounds foreign, especially for someone new coming into the industry of sales, right? And even though we don't want to say sales, but basically that's what it boils down to. It is sales, right? So
Everything is. Everything is, though. Whether you're selling ice cream from a truck, whether you are selling hot dogs on the street corner, it's all sales because
absolutely.
you're offering a product or a service in exchange for some money.
Absolutely. So
Simple as
tell
that.
me, give me one of those, ideas that we're speaking of. And when you're talking about leads, how do you go and obtain a lead? Is there a certain, like you said, there's a three-pronged process, but is there actually a process on how I can generate lead as being, independent? As a realtor, I know what you need to do and there's certain things, but then also I need to have other avenues and generation of referrals in regards to do that. So tell us a little bit about, actually what is it that you do when you're generating leads?
Well, when you generate, that's the action or the process of cultivating potential customers for your business, your products, or your services. So I made up an acronym for leads, LEADS. Well, the
Okay.
L is you're looking and you're searching to determine where your audience resides, what they do, how they do it, and how you can meet that need of what they are looking for. The E is you have to be equipped when you're dealing with a potential prospect for your business or for someone else's business. You have to do the research to determine where they hang out, what makes them, what keeps them up at night, what is the problem that you are solving for them. So you have to have the A, which is the answer. So you can provide the answer to that pain point. Because if you have a business and you are depending on your business to feed your family and to provide generational wealth, if there is no revenue, no money,
Mhm.
how in the world are you going to be able to do that? That's going to keep you up at night. I'm sure that might make you a little nervous if your bank account is a little low.
Absolutely.
So you have to, one, be able to target in the right places for what you're looking for. You have to have that answer. So L is looking, E is you need to be equipped by doing the research. A is you need to have an answer to that pain point. D is you have to be able to connect with a decision maker, someone who has the authority to make the decision on what you present to them. And you've done your research, you've looked, you've targeted the right audience where they reside for what the business is. Because you can't just throw anything out there and expect to be targeted to what your market is.
Hmm.
See, you have to do that. You have to niche that thing down. Because if you're a realtor, you wouldn't go fishing off the pier for fish
Mm-mm.
because you don't want no stinky fish in a house that you're going to show.
Right.
So,
And
see,
you talked about niche, right?
that's right.
And everybody, you have to be specific. And in regards to what you want to do, who are you seeking out? So that's the same thing about, what she's talking about, leads. For us to help you here at the Total Women's Summit, to help you, you're making a decision, right? And so she's giving you those steps into how to go about making that decision that's right for you. And I think that this community and the Total Women's Summit will help you be able to do that, or at least give you the courage that if you see that we're doing it, that you can do it too. So go ahead, Rose. Go ahead with the rest of
Before
what
I
you were saying.
before I get to the S, let's talk about the Total Women's Summit. Because see, this right here is generating leading you. A lead is supposed to take you somewhere. It's
Mm-hmm.
supposed to guide you. It's supposed to provide you a map on where you want to go. Well, you first need to know where you want to go. In the Total Women's Summit, we will have several different speakers in several different industries that can talk to the pain point that you may be where you are. You may not have started your business yet. You might just
Mm-hmm.
be working with an idea, or you may be just starting your business and you may not have necessarily the money, but you may have the time. So it depends on how quickly you want to move along. But you may be in an intermediate stage where you have some time and some money that you can use to generate leads to move your business further. But you may be well into your business. You may be at the 6, 7, 5, 6, 7, 8 figure mark already. And you may just say, here, you take this, you generate what this is what our business needs. Come back to us with a plan, and then you execute that plan for us. So, see, it's about how quickly you want to move,
Mm-hmm.
how quickly you want to get there, what your sources are that you have to invest, because there is an investment, it's not free. And that's what the Total Women's Summit is going to be able to show you, to teach you how, on each level that you are, how we can meet you where you are to move you along. So the Total Women's Summit is March the 31st through April the 4th. We want you all to join us. We will have a link for you very soon. Now, we talked about looking, we talked about being equipped, we talked about the answer, and we talked about connecting with a decision maker, because decision makers have the authority. Then the last thing you want to talk about is you want to talk about the S, which is you spend the time to cultivate that relationship so that you don't have to ask for the sales per se. They are telling you what they want to spend with your agency to move them forward. So the S is about the spending time, generating that sale, but not chasing the sale, having the sale chase you.
Absolutely. And I like that part about the S part. We call it skinship, right?
Ooh, I like
Yes, we
that.
call that skinship. And that is, you and people can understand that, they don't like sellers, right? And it's all about like, know, and trust. Right. So when you are skin shipping and you really are truly interested in that person, then they may be your friend for life or they may be your client for life. Right. So it's not about just that one time because you're looking at their sphere. See, so you got S's going there, right? So
Okay.
you're looking at their sphere in regards to if they are liking what you do, and guess what? No one liking you, right? That's how your business is. That's another part of being referred when you're talking about leads. So you got different type of leads that you have, and in what category are you in? But I also wanted to talk about when she put that, time in, right? But, with our community, and when you'll see at the Women Total Summit, we also have, when you got to put that time in, is that you can volunteer as well.
That's
Right.
right.
So by volunteering, you get to understand and know what the background looks like when you're starting a business, because you have a lot of people out there that don't know what it entails to start a business. So our community has a lot of factors behind it, and the Total Women Summit is there to help you be able to make a decision, as she stated in regards to her lead, with the leads. And so it is so important that depending on where you are, whether you're just starting out, like she said, whether you have one figure, 5 figure, 6 figure, but hey, to take you to that next level for where you're at, right? And that's what the Total Women Summit will do for you. So again, Rose, finish with that S because I love that S part, right?
Oh, girl, I like that skinship, but that S is about spending time. But I want to throw something else out there, because you talked about that low, no, like, and trust factor, and
Mm-hmm.
that's an important factor. But let me ask you this: even if you don't like the person, can you still spend time cultivating a relationship that moves your business forward. You don't necessarily have to like the person personally because it's a business decision.
Right.
It's not necessarily a hangout Saturday night decision. That no like in fact trust factor is important. But if you trust the person and you get familiar with what they offer and you know that they can provide the results, do you still contract with them to move you forward?
Absolutely, you do. But that still comes to the fact is that not everybody is going to like you
That's
in
right.
business, right? But when you see the value of what they have to offer, then that is where that decision is made, whether they like you or not, right? It's the value that you're presenting as an individual and whatever the product or service that you're providing. So when they're looking at as other person, what you're comparing to someone else, right? I can show more of a professionalism and knowledge base than somebody else, right? So that's where that come in. But sometimes people do go with that factor of knowing you. Now I don't have to know you right at the at the time, but by us interacting, right?
And you
And
may
by
know
you
someone that's
feeling
connected to
comfortable,
me.
absolutely right, you're going to connect, right? Because that usually is where it is. You don't have to know me in business, and we may not, well, my clients, when they're coming back to me, they're coming back to me because they want something,
Yeah, because you
right?
provided them a result, a
Absolutely. I
concrete
provided
result.
them a result. They trusted the information that I gave them. And then, okay, we may not ever see it. I keep connect with them. That's another one. And still keeping connection, right? Whether we see each other ever, but as long as my presence is there with them, they will never forget who I am, right?
Absolutely. And
So,
it's also about not just generating a lead for a one-time
absolutely.
transaction. It's
Hmm.
something that you should be continuously doing in your business to continuously keeping your business growing. So
Absolutely.
it's not a one-time, one-shot deal. It should be
Hmm.
a continuous effort. And then you need to look at what you want out of your business because then you can determine how many leads you need, the type of leads that you need, because the personality of your business makes a big difference too. Because
Hmm.
you may want a business where you're generating and closing sales and leads by setting up different automational systems because
Hmm.
you may not want to be slaving 10, 12, 15 hours a day in your business. You may want things to be regenerating, but you want them to be regenerating automatically.
Absolutely.
So you set your
Absolutely.
goal from the end, from what you want your end, and then you work back to your beginning to
Hmm.
determine what you need to meet that end.
All right. Yeah. So if you think that this was great information that you received, we are having our Total Women's Summit March 31st to April 4th at 8 p.m. Central Time, 9 p.m. Eastern Time, and 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. If this is just not for you, but here's the thing. If you know someone else, if it's not for you, but you know someone else, then you should share this, and have them be able to see what we have to offer. But I don't think that this will be a disappointment for you, right? So again, so what is it, Rose, that we've talked about the leads and everything. So tell us something else that we don't know
What you
about the
don't know,
business. Right, right. Something
what
else
you
that
don't
we
know,
don't know. Right.
well, what you don't know about my business is that we work with different clients all over the world. Because when you're working virtually online, you can work from anywhere with anyone from anywhere. But you want to target a specific niche because you can't be everything to everyone. You have to target, you have to make decisions because when you come to a marketing agency to do marketing for you, you need to know what you want done with your business. You need to know what you want out of your business. That goes back to when I was talking about the personality of your business and what you want to generate. If you want to generate a certain amount of money, well, you set that goal and then we work backwards to determine what needs to be generated, what automation systems need to be set up? Do you need sales teams? If you're generating so many leads, do you want to take care of those leads, call those leads, talk to those people, close them yourself? Or do you want to give that to a team to do? Because you want to be able to work on your business and not always in your business taking up time. You need time to be able to sit back and think about the next level and what you want to generate. And when you have your head down, always working on these menial tasks that they may generate you revenue later on, but it's not generating you revenue now. Another thing you need to look at when you're working with a marketing agency is that it's not a quick fix. A lot of times it doesn't happen overnight,
Hmm.
and you need to have a budget. You need to have a budget. um
And that's what I wanted to hear right
yeah,
there.
yeah.
It's because a lot of times people think in business you're spread so thin because there's so many components that are in that business that you don't have time to be in every part of it at all times, right? So
That is
that's why
correct.
it's so great to have someone to be able to help you in your business so
Uh,
that you're not having the whole pressure of trying to make everything at be in all places at all times, right?
Now
So
my
that's what
my
this Total Women's Summit will do for you. It will give you some insights on what each and every one of us does, and what this here community of Danielle Winningham can do for you.
Absolutely, because each woman brings a unique perspective for their industry. And we want you all to join us on March the 31st through April the 4th. We're going to have a lot of dynamic speakers for different industries. And we're going to have prizes. And you need to be there to win. You need to show up in person and be in the room to get some of these prizes. And from what I understand, there's over $20,000 worth of prizes altogether. And
That's right. That's a lot of money.
that's a lot. That
Hmm.
is a lot. And I would be remiss if I did not say thank you to Coach Danielle Winningham for allowing us on her platform to put on and to bring you all this Total Women Success Summit. And what that means to each woman is something different. Success is something different to each person. For me, it's the marketing agency and helping to generate leads in your business, sales, and automation. For another woman, it could be her real estate business. It could be that you need someone on your team that's going to help you to fight your fear, to get the courage to step out of a place that you may find yourself in, because we go through things. Businesses go through ebbs and flow just like life does.
Hmm.
It's a ebb and flow. And
Hmm.
sometimes you may find yourself in a ebb. You're not flowing too good, and you just need that extra shot to move you forward and to bring you up out of that. So, Total Women Success Summit, come on out and join us. We
Absolutely, absolutely. I just love this information, and if you'll be remiss if you miss this. That's
oh,
all I have to say. You know what
oh,
I'm saying? And again, as she said, Danielle Winningham, who do you know that will allow you to be able to come on their platform
that's
and to be able to, speak, to get courage, to learn the information, to be able to build your business, right? Where you're starting off and you don't know where to go. So Danielle, I'm gonna say thank you as well. Right?
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you,
Thank you,
coach.
Coach.
Right?
Now we will have tickets available. That information is coming soon. But I tell you what, if you reach out to the women that you've seen on this platform each night, including myself and Katrina, you all like to jump in the DMs, with words of encouragement. Jump in the DM so you can get on the list early,
That's right.
because there are advantages and privileges to being first, to showing up early. So get on the list early for your ticket, because tickets will be on sale and that link is coming soon. We have enjoyed you all joining us this evening. Thank you, and we look forward to seeing you at the Total Women Success Summit on March the 31st through April the 4th at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time.
I want to say thank you as well. We'll be back tomorrow as well. So we'll be up here daily until that day, until the day of March 31st. So you're going to get several different type of perspectives of different professionals, different cultures, different ideas, different businesses, so that you'll have a variety. It won't be just one thing. So I know you will enjoy this. So please come and join us for the Total Women's Summit, March 31st to April 4th. See you guys soon. Don't wait. Get your tickets.
Bye.
Bye.